Allah, in the name of Allah, merciful and extremely merciful. All praise to Allah, Lord of the universe. Peace and blessings be upon Muhammad and his purified progeny, and peace and blessings be upon all of you. In my course, in my experience in giving da'wah and explaining the call of Sayyid Ahmed Al-Hasan to the people, A'udzubillahi minal ana, there have been many instances. Of course, we are trying to explain a topic that most of the people will consider that topic to be ridiculous. Okay, we're trying to inform them that the Savior that has been mentioned in their religious texts, whether you are Christian, whether you are Jews or Muslim, we're trying to explain and give glad tidings that your Savior has arrived. This sort of thing, a normal person, when they heard this kind of call, they will consider it a ridiculous thing. Okay, they will, most of them will say that the one that claiming to be the savior is a liar. Okay, because over the course of history, there are countless of people claiming to be a prophet, messenger, a representative from God. No doubt about that. Of course, we should try to debate or inform them about the true way, the correct way for us to recognize a prophet, messenger of any representative appointed by God. We will, of course, but sometimes I just want all of you to just imagine. Okay, if you're Muslim, for example, imagine you are living in Mecca in 1400 years ago, and imagine yourself, you live in Mecca, and from your childhood you knew a person. That person name is Muhammad. You knew him from your childhood, and you grew up together. And then over the course of years, when you are 25 years old and Muhammad is also 25 years old, and suddenly Muhammad called people to himself and claimed that he is a messenger of God and prophet of God. So if you are living in Mecca at that time, you knew this guy, you knew this individual, you knew this character from childhood, and suddenly when he's 25 years old, he's claiming to be a messenger. How do you react? How will you react? Imagine if you are living 1400 years ago, in the time of Muhammad, in the time of Muhammad early call, or if you are a Christian, imagine you are living 2000 years ago, in the time of early call of Jesus. Okay, you knew Jesus from your childhood, you knew his characteristics, and then suddenly he called to himself, saying he is a messenger of God, or son of God for that matter. How will you react if you are living in that era? Even I'm very sure, if you are Muslim nowadays and you believe in Muhammad, even if you're Muslim nowadays, when you in this theoretical situation, if you are living in the early call of Muhammad, I can assure you, most likely you will reject his call, because you put your own method into being the primary way to recognize which one is the real messenger of God. We tend to be like that. We put our own method. He must have a miracle. He must have I don't know, maybe some magical powers and abilities. But the prophets, the messengers, are just a normal human being. They have no power except what God given to them. So of course, it is only logical that God leave us and taught and teach us the correct way to recognize all of the representatives appointed by Him, because He is merciful. Of course, He will not leave His fellow creation blind without any guidelines. This is what we must think about. Yeah, of course, when you hear somebody claiming himself as a savior, our first reaction will likely be to reject that individual. Of course, this is understandable. Me myself is one of that kind of group, that kind of person. I reject the call of Sayyid Ahmed Al-Hasan when I hear that he's a Yamani, he's the Mahdi of in the Sunni narration. I will reject him. But please clear your mind, because this individual, this figure, has been prophesied in all of the religious book, in all texts of religions. So the existence of false claimer doesn't mean that the real one will not be arriving, will not make the call. The real one will come and will arrive to call all of the creation towards Him, so that the creation will return back to the way of God. So that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Remember, imagine yourself. Okay, please remember to imagine yourself if you were living 1400 years ago in the time of Muhammad, or 2000 years ago in the time of Jesus. How would you react if the person that you knew suddenly called to himself saying he is son of God or messenger of God? How would you react? Think.